Are you making? Let's allow the SC to respond first, or do you want to strengthen the question?
No, Chair. You know, what you are doing to SC is uncalled for. It's not done. There is a witness on the stand. The questions must be directed to the witness.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
And anything that is not clear from what the SC is presenting to the witness is going to be left for a later stage for engagements. Or SC, what did you mean here when we were debating all of this? But to put two witnesses in the same in the box and then cross-examine them, it's unfair. If there's anything, let's put it to the witness, and then the witness will clarify. It must be the witness that says, "You are ambushing me." If he feels ambushed by anything, we cannot answer for the witness, and by asking our own SC questions. No, it's not done.
That's exactly what I'm saying, because members are asking questions which are unconventional. It has not happened in these proceedings that you would want any material that is used to test the evidence of the witness to be presented before the witness. And that's why I remind you that you have been asking questions. A witness will come here and you will ask him or her, "Do you know Soviet Lakhanyan?" That is the first time the witness comes across such a name. Can we move forward? The last hand was the hand of Honorable Nombal.
Yeah.
No, Chair.
Thank you. Wait, man. My hand has been up. I've been
Chair,
noted.
point of order, please.
Let's take the point of order, Honorable Sols.
I have to speak on that because the SC insinuated that I interrogated him. Honorable Malema is saying that we cannot interrogate. Yourself agrees. That would mean that the understanding is that we were interrogating the SC. So I want to clarify, that wasn't an interrogation. The practice has always been we can ask of the SC for clarity. So I take exception that the understanding is now that I was interrogating. I'm not interrogating the SC. I was asking for clarity, and it is okay for us to ask clarity.
There is no honorable member.
If the shoe fits, weight.
No, Honorable Malem.
I wear a bigger size.
If the shoe fits, wear it, whether small or big, as long as it's fitting.
You must take control over this meeting, because Honorable Malema behaves like he's chairing this meeting. If he doesn't advise you, he wants to tell us how we must do it here. I left it for a long time. We're not going to allow it. He doesn't rule us here.
If the shoe fits, wear it.
Honorable members, you know, yesterday I told you the story of a legend. The story of Walter Sisulu, who says immediately after I was elected, I took Walter back home to the Sisulus and brought the Secretary General to the ANC. Can we take our names back to our families?
No.
And become public representatives the country is watching today?
No, we are addressing Honorable Malema. Malema, he left home. The husband is home. We are dealing with the honorable member here.
What Honorable Sols is doing is out of order.
Honorable Nomvalo, just a moment. You know, Honorable Sols.
No.
May you please switch off your microphone. You know, I have warned you many times, honorable members, that when the referee blows the whistle, realizing that there is a player who is being fouled, and the player retaliates. When the player retaliates, he acts in a common purpose, and he forfeits the right for protection. The referee issues a red card on the player that retaliates and warns the initial foul. So let's play a fair game. Allow the referee to go with the flow of the game, and where there are fouls committed, the referee will blow the whistle. Please. Otherwise, the next foul, Honorable Sols, is a red card. And in this case, a red card will mean you will leave the proceedings. Honorable Nomval.
Yeah, no, thanks, Chair. Chair, we are raising our hand for two things. The first one, Chair, is that we believe that this could have been handled better, but it's not something that can put us on a stand still. Our view, Chair, is that there is nothing wrong insofar as the principle of odi alteram is concerned by what the senior counsel is doing, because he is simply testing allegations which are implicating the witness before us. But I think that, Chair, the counsel was supposed during consultation to guide the witness, to say to him, these are the issues that you are expected to respond to during the interview in an ad hoc committee. So we're just speaking for the future now to say, in future, the council can do better by ensuring that there is no witness who comes here and say, I've been ambushed. I could have done better in terms of giving responses had I been given enough opportunity to prepare for responding to these averments or allegations. But that is not an issue we are willing to die for. I'm raising my hand for a follow-up question, Chair. If I heard you correctly, Mr. Nkabinde, you said you did not know Brown Mokgotsi before you were given an instruction by the minister to facilitate a meeting.
That's correct, Chair.
And that instruction, that meeting that you are talking about took place in November, correct? The first meeting?
Around October, November.
Yes, I said around, but under corrections, because I don't have my information. All my information are in those gadgets.
Okay, October.
I could be precisely.
Yes, around October, November. So the minister, when did the minister give you his number? Mr. Mokgotsi's number? When did he give you? Before the meeting, a day before the meeting, or way before the meeting was held?
He gave me a number before the meeting because I could not facilitate a meeting
you know
without having a number.
What precipitates a confusion, Chair, here is that Mr. Nkabinde says in his statement, he was called by General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi in September 2024. General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi was asking him about Brown Mokgotsi. And he says, in his reply, he said to General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, I know Mr. Mokgotsi as a close, and well, he's now saying he didn't say he's a close associate, but he says, he said to General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, I know Mr. Mokgotsi as a person who is close to the minister. And that was in September. Again, he says he did not know Brown Mokgotsi up until he was instructed by the minister to facilitate a meeting around October and November. Now, a call from General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi was made before the meeting for which he was instructed to facilitate. So that's where the confusion is. I think there's a lot of contradiction that the witness is making.
Yeah, I want you to keep some of the questions to the point when you are allocated time to ask. Just two things. At the time, General Mkhwanazi requested you to facilitate a meeting between the minister and Brown Mokgotsi. Did you have knowledge of the person called Brown Mokgotsi or his contacts?
No, Chairperson.
You did not?
Yes.
He did not know him at that time?
And Chair, if I can clarify with the confusion. The confusion is caused by me not having my gadgets. Hence, I'm not sure when was that meeting. Yeah. Because remember, when these things happened, you wouldn't know there will be an ad hoc committee. So you will only refer back to your gadgets and calendars and your information.
Okay,
Thank you, Chair.
Let's keep it this way. Before that October-November meeting with the locals from the Northwest was arranged, you did not know Brown Mokgotsi,
I did not know Brown Mokgotsi.
and you did not have his numbers.
I did not have his number,
You
Chair.
only had his numbers for the purpose of arranging that meeting.
That's correct, Chair.
Thank you so much. Honor, are you fine? The answers that you wanted to get, you got.
Yeah, no, I've just heard being fine is something else. I've just heard the answers, but I'm not fine.
No, it's okay. Yeah, you will ask only one question, Honorable Ngola. We must move forward.
Thanks, Chair. I think the confusion is actually extended to all of us. The more members ask, the more the confusion is extended. The witness is confirming before us that he got the number from the minister to arrange a meeting, which was October, November. But in the affidavit the witness submitted confirms that at the time when they visited Lusikisiki, he did receive a call from General Mkhwanazi, who later sent him Brown Mokgotsi's number to confirm. So I want him just to clarify that part. Thanks.
Can you refer him to the relevant paragraph and the date? Remember,
It's paragraph 77. Chair.
remember he doesn't have his gadgets.
No, it has nothing to do with the gadgets thing, Chair. I'm saying in paragraph.
Can you refer him to the relevant paragraph, Honorable Member?
It's paragraph 77 of the witness statement.
Yes.
It's not in the gadgets. It's in the statement he deposed.
Yeah.
He says, Jerem Mkhwanazi did send the number and I confirmed. The only thing he does not confirm in paragraph 77 is the associate part. But he confirms everything Jerem Mkhwanazi has said before this ad hoc committee.
At Lusikisiki.
At Lusikisiki.
And when was that?
That was September 2024. Yes.
Yeah. Can you say it straight to the eyes of the witness?
I'm saying it to him. And it does not need any gadgets.
In
Should
fact,
I
the
respond,
minister
Chair?
himself confirmed the meeting in Lusikisiki, Mr. Chairperson. In
Bangazita,
September.
Bangazita, you know
Sorry,
how
Chair,
much I
sorry.
respect you. Listen, I accord you the respect that you deserve. May you please say what you want to say.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I was actually adding to the Honorable member who actually was insisting that the meeting was in September. And I am reminding the honorable members that even the minister himself, when he made reference to a meeting that took place in Lusikisiki, he mentioned the date as September. So the witness in front of us actually is correct in actually saying September. So now if there are any doubts, then I begin to question the value of the statement on which the witness has actually sworn.
Okay. Mr. Nkabinde, what is your take on the Lusikisiki matter and the date of the 30th of September?
Chair, guided by the 30 September, if that date is correct, 30 September when I was in Lusikisiki, the meeting of Brown Mokgotsi would have been happened before that. So the confusion of the date, it's actually that I'm not precisely of when was this meeting exactly, but guided by that, I can confirm that the meeting with the first meeting of Brown Mokgotsi would have been on that day of a call. I can't be precise of the date. I was there.
Lusikisiki.
Yes, with the minister. Yes.
Was Brown Mokgotsi there?
No, he was not there.
Okay. Honorable Malem. And Chief
Chief of Staff, is this affidavit your affidavit?
Yes, it's correct.
Do you confirm everything that is in this affidavit?
It's correct.
Did you have your gadgets when you were writing this affidavit?
No, dates I was thumb sucking.
So we are being given a thumb-sucked information here in front of the nation, and we must accept that. Because the simple thing should have been to the evidence leaders, I don't have my gadgets, and as a result, I'm unable to give you an accurate information. Because you are under oath. Some of these things are going to come across as being lies under oath, because you didn't have the equipment. So this information written here is not worth the paper written on, because it's thumb-sucked. Why should we proceed with these proceedings if you are saying you don't remember anything before or after? When you are caught, you change, it must have been before. Because here, paragraph 78, I confirm that I knew who Brown Mokhosi was, and that the minister too knew Brown Mokhosi from Northwest. Lieutenant General sent Brown Mokhosi's number to me, and I confirmed that it was indeed Brown Mokhosi's number. This is a very serious detail, which you can't just give if you don't make reference to anything at your disposal. You even give specific date. You say 30th September. We struggle with our children's birthdays here. When you remember 30th September without facilities, and then you come and say, when it doesn't favor you, I don't have my gadgets, therefore I don't remember. But we have an affidavit which they are saying it was thumb-sucked, Chair. Thanks.
That is a sworn statement, and on top of it is the oath that has been administered here. Chief Whip, you will respond to the two. I'm taking the question from Honorable Malema and then the Chief Whip. Then we'll give you time to respond. Chief Whip?
No, thanks, Chair. Good afternoon.
I'm coming, Honorable Skosana. Yeah.
No, I think I'm partly covered by what Honorable Malema has raised, because my question primarily, Mr. Nkabinde, was to ascertain the basis upon which you were deciding on your sworn-in affidavit to choose October, November. What were the basis? I understand that the catchers are not with you. I understand that there's a Lusigi meeting. But there are two choices you have made which are quite striking. And these are choices you made voluntarily. The first one is to decide that we are going to say October, November. The second choice you have made here now before us is the second choice you have made without us forcing you to decide on it, is to tell us that essentially the only time you had the number or the contact details of Mr. Mokhosi was shortly few days before you arranged the October-November meeting. That's your choice as well. We did not force you to that decision. So my question is, what makes you to, I mean, the first one, why did you decide to place November, October, November?
Let's start with the matters raised by Honorable Malema.
Chairperson, when I was consulted by the evidence leader, I was upfront with them that it is so unfortunate that I can't be precise with dates because I don't have information with me because of gadgets. Then I was advised to more or less, do you think it could be when? So this, I made this reference based on that, of which now I can confirm, guided by the call of General Mkhwanazi, of which even that call, I can't be precisely, it was 30 September. I'm just guided by what he said. But yeah, I can be...
Just hold it a moment. If we are not accurate in terms of the dates or the days, let's use the chronological method. Between the two events, which one came first? Lusigi and the October-November meeting.
It means it was an oversight on my side. the meeting of Mkhotsi, it can't be after Lusikisiki. It's before.
The meeting that
of Mkhotsi
that
will be
Mkhotsi,
before.
and then General Mkhwanazi gave you Mkhotsi's number in terms of your sworn statement after at Lusikisiki, which comes after the October-November meeting.
That's correct, Chair.
But you say that was the time when you first got Mkhotsi's number. It was when you were given by Mkhwanazi.
No, Chair. The first, I was given by the minister.
I want you to understand it. How possible is that the minister requests you to have a meeting, to arrange a meeting, and the minister gives you Mkhotsi's number? Then you call a meeting. The meeting happens. And then thereafter, there is an event at Lusikisiki. General Mkhwanazi gives you, again, the number that you have already, and you confirm that indeed this is Mkhotsi's number. This is chronological.
Hence, Chair, I'm saying, guided by the call of General Mkhwanazi, that he's asking me if I know Mkhotsi. That will be after I got the number from the minister, and that will be after the meeting of Mkhotsi and the minister, because there was no way I would have a number to confirm to Mkhwanazi without me having his number during of that meeting facilitation. Did
both of them give you Mkhotsi's number? Both the minister? Okay, between the minister and General Mkhwanazi, who was the first to give you Mkhotsi's number?
The minister.
And then when General Mkhwanazi gave you Mkhotsi's number, you already had it?
Yes, I already had it, then I had to confirm it.
Why did you have to confirm it? Because you had already spoken to Mkhotsi to arrange a meeting?
No, General Mkhwanazi, it was on a different context. General Mkhwanazi was asking, do you know a person called Mkhotsi? He said he knows the minister. Then I confirmed that, yes, we know that guy. Is this his number? He was further confirming. Then I checked that, I said, yes, it's his number.
Okay. We have to do this. We are going to spend some time on this matter. I must just note, let me check first with you. The answers that have been given to your question, Honorable Malema, do you want to make follow-ups?
No, Chair. We see, Chief of Staff, we were very serious, and you are under oath. You can't say, guided by Mkhwanazi's call, now you know that you actually received the number before that call. Because you are the one who's writing the statement. At paragraph number 6, you write about Mkhwanazi's call to you. And you even write a specific date. If you are guided by that, it should have guided you when you were writing it here. Because then you proceed at paragraph 80 to say you are now, for the first time you received a number is when the minister gave it to you. You get Mkhwanazi's thing on paragraph 76, which must now help you to remember when do I get this number. You still proceed to write October even when you wrote Mkhwanazi's thing. You are deliberately misleading us. You are deliberately misleading us, and we need to put that, Chair, on the record. He's deliberately misleading us. It's a shifting goalpost. When he's caught, he says, hey, I can't remember. Oh, now I'm guided by Mkhwanazi. Mkhwanazi should have guided you when you were writing this. You wrote it on 76, and then you wrote the other one on 80. You read this affidavit. You wrote it, you read it. You then even confirmed that you understand what you wrote here. But what you wrote here contradicts exactly what you are trying to tell us. Can you accept that you are misrepresenting the facts here, and that you completely want to apologize, or to a particular extent even ask that you withdraw this affidavit and go and do a proper affidavit where you remember dates. Because this, once you start shifting it around, it's no longer the original affidavit. Once you start saying 80 must come before 76, then it's no longer the original affidavit before us here. You'll have to go and do a new affidavit and then do a sworn thing and then come and administer oath properly, because this is a misrepresentation which you must not accept as a committee.
What is your comment?
My comment, Chair, where in my affidavit, where there are specific dates that are mentioned or a period, I could apologize to the committee that it could be not a correct and a correct version because there was nothing assisting me in recollecting. But I did mention to the evidence leader that I'm having this predicament. And then the evidence leader guided me that at least can you estimate? So it was on those bases. But if there are this discrepancy in terms of dates and the period, it's because I don't have a help on my accurate information from my gadget, which is over the month is not been returned to me.
The Chief Whip has asked you.
Yeah, no, you remember the question, okay, I think maybe you've dealt with it when you are saying, because I was asking what makes you choose October, November. I think from what you are saying, you were guided to. The last point I wanted to make on this date issue, Chair, is that in terms of your now presentation, Mr. Nkabinde, should we therefore, and I'm saying this notwithstanding what Mr. Malema had said earlier on, should we therefore accept that your actual meeting, I mean your actual, the meeting, the first meeting between the minister and Mr. Brown Mokgotsi, which was coordinated by you, would have taken place before the 30th of September?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. Thanks, Chair.
Honorable James.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Nkabinde, jy mors ons se tyd hier vandag. You're really wasting our time. I want to ask you, are you the only person in that department that has access to dates? Does the minister not have a PA? No other support staff you could have verified these dates with? That's the one thing. Secondly, you've given us a sworn statement. You have sworn this morning. You now come and you say you have thumb-suck dates. You have a guided statement, and your dates are based on what previous witnesses have said. Are we really meant to probe further on a statement that is not truthful, on a statement that won't guide us to a means to an end? Because that's why we're here. We need to connect the dots. And when you're sitting there telling us, I don't know, it could have been 2 months prior, it could have been 2 months earlier, that is not even close. Are we meant to sit here today and even probe you with as to when things happened when you've given us a written statement? I don't think we should continue with you today.
Chair, in terms of arranging the meeting with Brown, there will be no other staff member who would have been involved, because it was only me having a Brown's number and contacting Brown. And another thing with the statement, I was truthful and very open to the evidence leaders. Then they drafted the statement for me. When they drafted a statement for me, after we consulted, we checked it, rectified, but I was open to them that I'm not too sure about the sequence of events because I don't have anywhere to recollect. but I am confirming that a sequence of event, Mkwanazi would have called me after that meeting. I'm guided by that, Chair.
Okay. Honorable Nomvalo.
Yeah, no, Chair. You see, our problem is that we are relying on the sequence of events here. And the sequence of events is explained by dates. To say on this date, this is what happened. And that is explained from the first to the last paragraph. If what we're being told here is anything to go by, it means the whole statement is misleading. So the committee can't rely on a misleading statement. And two, even if the statement was written by the evidence leader, they gave you to read the statement. They made you to confirm the content of the statement. And you signed the statement, unless you are telling us that you signed it ad acurés. If you are saying to us they made you to sign forcefully, then we can understand. But if they made you to read the statement and allowed you to sign it before the statement was commissioned, then it means the problem is with you. I think, Chair, the only option we have here, because we can't rely on a misleading statement. This is a misleading statement because he says he is not sure of the dates that he has written here. And the statement is reflective of dates from the first to the last paragraph. So there is no need for us to have this interview unless we are saying we have appetite of engaging in a talk show. Because this is a talk show. If he says, no, I made some mistake, some of these dates are not accurate, I did not have my gadgets. This is a statement for which you must be accountable in future. Because we make records here to say under oath, this is what you said to us. These are the dates that you gave to us. So there is absolutely no need for this interview. Nkabinde must go and write a proper statement and come back to an interview when he's ready for this interview. Unless he says he is ready to continue misleading this committee. If he says he wants to mislead us, then he can mislead us, but we are not prepared to sit in a talk show. This is a waste of time. Thank you.
I would suggest that we must not drive it that way. If there are questions that members want to ask him the question. We are about to break. That is where members can make suggestions during break as to how they view today's proceedings. But for now, let's check if there is any matter that you may want to raise with the witness. Honorable Skosana.
Thank you, Chair. The earlier, Chair, I've asked the witness, and perhaps I was misquoted. But I'm disappointed that I'm here again. I was sitting somewhere there, Section 194 Committee. The same thing happened here, that one witness said that Ngugatoyi did his submission. Today we are told our legal team has done that. But it's upon you, it's your responsibility before you sign that this is a true reflection of what we have discussed with the consultation team. But now, if we are sitting here, we are not sure, because I wanted to go back to say, if you remember my question, the issue of Lusikisiki, that Brown Mokhotsi was not there. Are you sure about that? One, because you didn't know Brown Mokhotsi, as you said. Yourself, it's not me who's saying that. You didn't know Brown Mokhotsi. And I guess in Lusikisiki, it was not only you and the minister and the family. There are a lot of people in that area. But for me, my disappointment now, as you already confessed that you don't think this is a true reflection because it was written for you. But my worry is that even if so, you are supposed to read it. Because now we are speculating November, December, but Chair, thank you.
What are the questions that you want to ask the witness?
my time will come if we are continuing. I wanted clarity because I'm making my own, because I asked him earlier, Chair, to say I don't want him to feel like he's ambushed here.
Okay.
Thank you.
I thought you had questions. That is why I recognized you.
I'll have question later, sir. I wanted clarity. My question will come, Chair. Thank you.
Honorable Shongwe.
Thank you, Chair. Ngiqale ngokuxolisa Chair kwikomiti nezwe lonke ukuthi ngifike late. Bengisesibhedlela kushe imikhukhu lapha eBarcelona eKhayelisha 7 imikhukhu ishile. Bekungana imoto zokucima so besicima lapho. Mfaka Mcusa ngibingelele baba. Angiqale ngokubonga uHonorable Nomvalo ngokusivezela le discrepancy engaka. Mfaka Mcusa owami umbuzo ule muva ngisele kakhulu. Kunesilungu esithi show me your friends, I'll show you who you are. Ubani umngane wakho between ubaba uMkhwanazi nobaba uSibiya? Or lo beka best friend between the two, ubani beka best friend wakho?
General Mkhwanazi.
Hey. Angeneme kahle mfethu. Ngoba indlela owenza ngayo ngathi umngane kaGeneral Sibiya. Uyabona uvuma lokho, uphike lokho. Ukuphika ukuvume futhi. Lama date lawo mfethu bekumele wena uma ufika la. Ukucacisa uthi ngithathelwa amafoni ngicela ukungabhali statement. Uyabona nje ngabe uyangicela uthi shongo mfethu ngicela ungicelele ku chair bangikhulule ngiye ekhaya. La kusesigodlweni kuyashisa mntaka baba. Angeke waqamba manga. So ngicela ukuthi mhlawumbe awubona uchair masiphuma la, yabona. Nicoxe mhlawumbe uyele ekhaya kababa uphinde ubuye ngoba ayichangeke. Lento evezo umfoka Nomvalo isiqhaqhe yonke lento. Mina ngisasikholwa ke lesi statement sakho mntaka baba. Mhlawumbe awufuna ukuthi utholele ithuba lokuthi usibhale futhi.
Mekuza ngendaba zama date ngingakusho la ukuthi ama date angekho certain ngawo ngoba angirefer dawo.
Ngiyakuvuma ke.
Kodwa ngokwezinye izinto and also I take ownership of this statement. I'm not definitely shifting any blame or to evidence leader because the statement was read by me and I signed. So it was an oversight that I could not, and the evidence leader could not pick up, and my legal team could not pick up that how can this one come first? So it was an oversight in the discrepancy of dates because I don't have information with me. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Ukuthi ish kuningi ngawe mfethu yazi kuningi impela. Ku paragraph 58. You say you decided to record umbaba uMkhwanazi, right? You decided. Ku paragraph 58 of your statement. The same statement says ubaba uMchunu uye watshela wena ukuthi urecord. So ngizama ukuthi impendulo zakho ziyafana nezikababa uSibiya nezikababa uMchunu. Zihlukile ke nokuthi ngiveze ukuthi wena umngane kababa uMkhwanazi. Yabo uma ubona ubaba uMkhwanazi izwe liyamthemba. Indoda ethi mihle lapho uyibuza ukuthi ubani igama ikuphendule leyo nto leyo. Ikutshela into eqinile ezwakalayo. Wena mfethu siseTharashishi. Sesibuya le Tharashishi manje angisazi sithini. Ngingakuceleli mfethu ukuthi sikukhulule ngempela cela mina ngikucelela. Ngiyakuthembisa ngizokucelela mfethu noma siqhubeke ngalesi statement. Siqhubeke ngalesi statement mntaka.
Chair, do I respond?
Yeah, you respond.
On the first question, on number 58, I've been not led on this one as yet for me to clarify why I wrote like this in terms of recording General Mkhwanazi. I'm yet going, we're going to come to that, I'm yet to explain what happened. But with my statement, I take ownership of the statement, we can proceed.
Bangazita.
Honorable Chair.
And the last will be Ngola, who are going to take a break. Bangazita.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I'm becoming more concerned when the witness actually says with confidence that we should continue with the evidence that he's leading, because we have lined up a series of questions based on the series of events that actually took place after the meeting that is actually generating a lot of discussion. There were issues in December, there were issues in January. We have dates coming from the witnesses that had appeared before us. Now, if the witness before us now is not going to be sure on the dates, what will then be the merit of continuing interrogating him on the series of events that actually happened subsequent to November? And
I did not want us to debate that matter. I wanted to check if you have questions that you want to ask him. Honorable Ngola.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, I think I also form part of the members who reject the attempt to shift the blame on the statement by the witness. Signed, and he does confirm that the information provided in the statement is the information he gave the evidence leaders. So I'm glad that he takes ownership of it. Chair, I want us to adopt for a little bit the court approach when there is a question of invalidity of certain provisions of a certain legislation. It does not wipe out the entire legislation, but point out that sections so and so are actually unconstitutional, and therefore declare those provisions unconstitutional. I want us, Chair, not to wipe out the entire statement, because the witness as well is on record saying, I take ownership of the averments that are contained in the statement. So we have got paragraph 76 that talks about the Lusikisiki thing and the 30th. We have got paragraph 80 that talks about almost the same thing, the arrangement of the meetings in the October, November. Then we have got paragraph 81 that talks about whether an official residence or a private residence. So I want us to note those three and give his legal team and the evidence leaders during the break to look if there are no other irregularities in respect of the sequence of events, so that they fix that immediately before we come back. But one thing I want to check, Chair, is that what form of communication do you use when you arrange official meetings of the minister?
It depends. Official meetings, maybe with other departments.
Okay.
It will be
what
emails.
form of communication did you use
Do you use
to arrange?
WhatsApp or emails or intercom?
And specifically, Chair, with Brown Mohots?
It was a phone call.
It was a phone call?
Yes,
no
Chair.
emails, nothing?
No emails. I don't
I'm
even
asking,
have
Chair,
it.
was... okay, Chair, let me leave it for now. I'm going to pursue it further some other time.
Okay. Honorable Matthews, Honorable Malema.
Chair, and we must note that this is not just an oversight, it's perjury. We're talking about dates. It's not like a official residence matter and non-residence matter. And more than likely, these dates are correct, that it was October, November, because the minister went to go and visit the mine, Stilfontein, in November, and that's documented. So it's intentional and it's perjury. And as the EFF, we're going to go and open a case of perjury after this. Because if we are going to adopt the approach that we must take some sections as they do in court as, a mistake and an oversight, as we continue during this entire process, we are going to have to say, okay, this paragraph also, it was an oversight. This is a very short statement. You even have attorneys, so it was deliberate. And it also speaks to another point that you are not doing a sworn statement to the Parliament of South Africa serious. How many other statements have you given in this country that were not serious? You just write things freely and loosely. It also talks to your credibility. You did an entire report about the IPID executive director. Can we take that serious if you don't pay attention to something between 5 paragraphs on dates and you have attorneys. It's intentional and it is perjury. And we must treat it that way, not just as an oversight. We're not talking about an official residence being confused with private residence. And we're going to have other witnesses come here not taking what they are doing here in Parliament serious and treating us like, oh, okay, we're not sure of the dates. And even in the statement also, it should have been noted, I don't have my gadgets, I'm not sure about the dates. If you didn't know the dates, you should know that. You've been in the industry or in the service since 2018. You don't take chances, and especially dates. No, it's perjury. Thank you.
Honorable Malim.
Chair, I hear your ruling, but you know, colleagues, a man sits in front of you and say, I was thumb sucking this affidavit. He used that word. And then you still, if you take yourself serious, want to go on with an affidavit of being thumb sucked. He said it. I've thumb sucked this thing. October, November, and also, Chair, I want to put it on record, he's lying. October, November, it's a correct date because that minister went to the mine on the 14th of November. Not in July. On the 14th of November. And then now he says, no, October, November, he's caught in a lie. He changes to be prior, the call of Mkwanas. It's a lie. It's perjury, it's a lie. He needs to be arrested for lying to Parliament, lying under oath. So, we can go on a break, but if you take yourself serious, a man sits in front of you and say, I was thumb sucking this thing because I didn't have my gadget. He didn't only speak about dates. He's thumb sucking because he didn't have his gadget. The best would have been, which is what one of the honorable members asked him to do. Can't you ask to be recused on a hindsight, Chief of Staff? On a hindsight, it should be you say, it looks like I made a mistake here. Let me withdraw this. And then go and prepare properly and then make references. Because this information I'm giving you about minister being at the mine on the 14th of November is in the media. It's a public information. Minister being in Lusikisiki is a public information. It doesn't require a diary. You went there for people who were killed and all of that. So I'm appealing to you, members of the committee, that a man can't say to you, once I say I was thumb sucking, it means I didn't take this thing serious. Therefore, I don't take you serious. And therefore, I don't take the people of the Republic of South Africa serious.
Thank you so much, honorable members. I have heard your views. No,
I've raised my hand, please.
Yeah, listen to what I'm saying. We are breaking now, and the members must remain. We are releasing the witness and his team for break. I want us to discuss something ourselves as members.
But yeah, but it's...
Yeah. No, I'm not saying you must leave. The members must remain in the house together with the senior counsel.
But Chair, I've raised my hand before you call for a break.
No. Honorable Skosana, listen to me. I gave you a chance to speak.
No, let's not go there, Chair, because you gave everybody multiple times. No, so let's not go there, please.
No. But remember, I gave you a chance to speak. I gave Honorable Shongwe a chance to speak. I gave Honorable Nomvalo a chance to speak. The last person in this row to speak was Bangazita. It's only Honorable Sauls who did not indicate he wanted to speak. We came to Honorable James. We took Honorable Ngola. We took Honorable Mattheys, and Honorable Malema was the last. So you will not be justified to say that you have not been given a chance to speak. So we are releasing you to have break, Mr. Nkabinde. now. You will come back at 14 hours. If you may please listen to me so that we do not waste time. First, I'm going to give to the senior counsel, and thereafter we will rotate to hear what members are saying. Senior counsel, the question I'm putting before the meeting is, how do we proceed from here?
Chair, when it comes to the evidence of a witness, and a witness in relation to a particular aspect or part of his or her evidence is found to be unreliable, I'm not going to use a stronger word, then it is not fair to infer, to conclude that the witness's evidence in its entirety should be ignored, because there may be other parts of the witness's evidence which either is corroborated by other witnesses, or the witness himself or herself can confirm and corroborate objectively. So in my view, the committee has taken note of that particular aspect of his evidence, i.e. that relating to Mr. Brown Mogotsi, his knowledge of Mr. Brown Mogotsi, whether he interacted with him, and so on. The committee can take note that they're not satisfied with his answers in that regard, but perhaps we have him here. We should proceed and deal with the other aspects that we want to deal with. The important aspects, the IDEC complaint is important also in relation to Advocate Johnson's evidence on whether or not there is some kind of a witch hunt against Lieutenant General Kumalo when they arrested him. Mr. Nkabinde can shed light on that. So as much as I wouldn't mind, because we've got a mountain of work to do in relation to the preparation for the evidence of Mr. Matlala. There's a mountain of documents that we need to traverse, study, go through, and then consult with him tomorrow. But I think, in fairness for the process, yes, members have or may have taken a very dim view of Mr. Nkabinde at this stage, but allow him to continue with his other evidence, so that we can at least, we have him here today, let us conclude.
ANC. Oh, okay, question, Honorable Malam.
SC, you are saying we can't dismiss him on the basis of other parts of the evidence in his statement, but he said he thumb-sucked this affidavit. How do you go past that one?
Well, I'm not sure, Honorable Malema, that I heard him say that he thumb-sucked the whole of his affidavit. It seems to me that in relation to dates and WhatsApps to and from Mr. Mogotsi, he thumb-sucked them, and I think the committee can draw its own conclusions about that. That is why those emails yes, Honorable Souls, they wouldn't put him in consultation, but it's around about that time, September, October, and then you had the run-up to the 31st of December, and when we're talking about joining the dots, I put it to him and I said, did you get this in? And he says no. And clearly, today, the committee is not satisfied with that answer. But there may be other aspects where he can be credible and be believed. But I don't think at this stage we can rule him out, entirely.
Honorable Sangoni.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. The Chief Whip was reminding me here that we haven't caucused yet. So, Chair, I think having listened to what the evidence leader has just said, we would be more concerned if we proceeded. Because of precisely the issues that he raised about fairness to the witness and process. Now, where we are sympathetic to Mr. Nkabinde is that throughout his testimony as well as in his submission, he kept referring to the fact that he doesn't have his devices, which means that he feels disadvantaged already in participating in this process. Now, we may try and say, no, this we can strike out, this we can read in, but the witness is telling you that I'm disadvantaged. Now, if we then insist to continue and we make findings on the basis of what he has already said he's in a disadvantageous position from, it will not be fair to this witness, because if you just listen to what is being said here today, it's clear that most of us think that he is lying, whether inadvertently or deliberately so. I don't think it is fair to continue. I don't think it's fair to Mr. Nkabinde to continue. I think he should be afforded an opportunity to go and double check things. I mean, you just need to do a Google search to see that Minister Mchunu didn't go to Lusikisiki on the 30th of September, it was the 1st of October, but then we will then drill on to those inconsistencies. So I don't believe it's fair to continue to share. But the Chief Whip may have a different view. And other members.
MKP. Is it you, Honorable Skosan?
Yes. Thank you, Chair. I think it's evident that the witness, from his own words, he said that he has thumbsucked this statement before us. I'm a bit disappointed as well that he came with lawyers here, and I think we are the one who are paying. I might be wrong, but I think we are the one who are paying for those lawyers. In fact, as a witness, he was supposed to prepare as well for himself with his lawyers beside our legal team. But for me, from where I'm sitting, I think for us to continue with him, we'll have challenges at the end. As my other colleagues have said, that he will say his gadget, he'll defend himself with that. So I guess the proposal for me will be he must go back and prepare himself with his lawyers this time, not with our legal team. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Chair. No, largely covered by, this is the position of the MK party on this matter. Because, Chair, if we continue under the circumstances, it's going to compromise the whole integrity and credibility of our work. The witness has said here that he has thumbsucked. 2, he says his gadgets are not with him. 3, he says that the statement was written on his behalf. Now, that should give you an indication, Chair, that if our report here, our final report goes to court, then the witness, the very same witness that we want to sympathize with here, will use the same reasons that he has given here to say, by the way, that statement is not reflective of my sentiments. This is what transpired. So we must not set a wrong precedent, Chair. And 2, we must avoid trouble while it is still far away at all cost, and not wait for trouble to compromise the work of this committee. So, in summary and in conclusion, we are saying we can't proceed under these circumstances because we will compromise the credibility of our work. The witness must go home and prepare with his lawyers. Thank you.
Honorable Cameron.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I think there would have been enough reason to continue had he not said the bit about thumb sucking. When he said that, he lost us. I think in terms of his statement, if he had stated right at the beginning that some of the dates might be slightly off because of the fact he doesn't have access to his gadgets, there could have been a discussion around that. But what bothers me is there's no indication that he went above and beyond to get the relevant information. I'm sure that if he had written to the department, for example, and said, my gadgets have been seized, I need a record of the diary entrances that I made for the minister on, more or less between these dates, I can't imagine that the department would have not granted him access to that or given him a printout of it. So this isn't a haphazard type of thing. This is about the collapse of an entire criminal justice system. So I'm concerned about that, and I respectfully don't see him taking it seriously enough as we are here today. He needs to go back to the drawing board and bring information that we can actually work with. I'm not sure if there's anything in the rest of the statement that we can be sure is not thumb-sucked. Yeah, thanks, Chair.
Honorable Tlapa.
Thank you. I'm covered, Chair, by what Honorable Cameron has said, and I'm in full agreement.
Okay. Honorable Malema.
No, thanks, Chair. I think that the SC must speak from a very embarrassed position to even suggest what he suggested, because he's implicated in that mess. They say he wrote that kind of statement for the witness. That implicates us, that a witness was not properly prepared by our evidence leaders. And then they come and say, because they don't want to take responsibility, they come and say, no, let's proceed. They are the ones who prepared that statement for him. And this chap would have said to the evidence leaders of this committee, I don't have my gadgets. He says that actually. He says, I told them I don't have those gadgets. And when he speaks, you can hear the SC saying, roundabout, just estimate. When a man says to you, I'm in a disadvantaged position, I don't have my gadgets, I can't make reference to anything. Okay, more or less, when did this happen? And after they made him to do those things that he did in this statement, they said, no, let's proceed. After he said on a public platform that our own lawyers are the ones who said to him, thumb suck, just roundabout, just think about it. Do you remember it? So it is incorrect that we want to put the whole blame on that chap without also making reference to our senior counsel, who should read these things and be able to point out contradictions right from the beginning, that but what you are saying doesn't make sense. So this guy deliberately misled us. He deliberately misled us, and the issue Honorable Mates is raising of perjury is very correct. When you come here, you don't thumb suck. That's a message we need to send, and I was telling the chief whip of the ANC that we need to prepare other witnesses by sending this one home, so that next time they come here, they know it's not a place to play here. It's not a playground here. We sit here until 12 midnight, and you still think we're playing. So we need to send a strong message. No one is going to come here and thumb suck things and take advantage and want to undermine this committee. So I fully agree that we need to send him home. He needs to go, but we still need him back here. And there's nothing also, in my knowledge, Chair, that stops you from calling whoever took your gadgets. and say to them, can I please have access to my gadget because I'm preparing for the ad hoc committee? Those people will fully cooperate. He never says, I try to have access to my gadget, they refuse. So that's a person who takes this process very serious, that I can't go there without my gadgets. Can I please have access to my gadgets? I just want to cross-reference certain information. You can still keep them. Maybe they will even ask that he comes and do it in their office to do a cross-reference and be accurate on dates and facts about issues. He has never done that because this is a by-the-way process. We'll just see when we arrive there. They may not even ask us about those things. The minister went to the mine, 14 November. He says he was given a number of Mokgotsi, October, November, to prepare for a meeting of the mine. When he realizes, man, I made a mistake because I said, Mkhwanazi gave me the number and I confirmed it. It's not about the date. It's about, what matters there is about when did he start communicating with Mokgotsi. He deliberately decided to just lie. And then when his court says, no, I don't have gadgets, I was thumb sucking and all of that. So, Chair, we must never allow that here. No one must come here and play with this committee. I don't think he would have done that at Madlanga. So we must never be undermined as this committee, and that message must be sent strongly today. That here you don't thumb suck, here you come with facts and you back those facts with attachments. And from there, we can have a proper engagement. Thanks, Chair.
Honorable Matthys. Pangazita.
No, thank you, Honorable Chair. No, from where I'm seated, Mr. Nkabinde is one of those key witnesses that we have lined up to assist us to unravel the issues that we are facing with here. So his statement is very critical. It has to be absolutely accurate. And the dates, Mr. Chairperson, for me, are very critical. You can't thumb-suck the dates. You can't make a mistake on dates because they actually dictate the sequence of events. Now, if he's not sure about dates, then obviously that will impact negatively on the sequence of events. If that impacts on the sequence of events, then we will never get to the bottom of the truth. So, therefore, then the question is, what will then be doing? Sizobe what will be doing with this witness? For what purpose, if we continued? Knowing very well that, one, this is a thumb suck. Secondly, the gadgets are not there, and therefore the dates are inaccurate, and that his statement was not written or was written for him, and yet he signed the statement and he took an oath of that. And then it calls to question the whole value of the oath that he took here. So I support the notion that, no, let him be given time to go and he recollect his thoughts properly and write a proper statement on which he will actually take an oath which has value. Thank you.
Honorable Sols.
Chairperson, I disagree with all of my colleagues. And my reason is, it is clear that Mr. Nkabinde, he lied, it's clear. And he lied under oath. Does that mean we should stop the entire proceeding and let him go and redo the affidavit? If we say he must do so, then we must treat all the witnesses the same. General Mkhwanazi lied under oath about his testimony on former Minister Becky Cele. He then withdrew and said he apologizes, which means he lied under oath to this house. General Mkwanazi lied, Mr. Nkabinde lied under oath. They are both wrong. We are sitting here with a WhatsApp that the SC says this WhatsApp evidence has been provided as testimony to him by General Mkwanazi. There's a possibility that these WhatsApps are fake. That's the reason why we are probing. And I asked the SC for clarity. The WhatsApp that General Mkwanazi in his affidavit provides and says it proves that Brown Mokhotsi spoke to the Chief of Staff via WhatsApp. Whereas the WhatsApp says Brown Mokhotsi is the name and the content of the WhatsApp speaks over Brown. Did Brown Mokhotsi speak to himself? So there's a possibility that this too is a lie and it must be probed. So, Chairperson, if we proceed to say Mr. Nkabinde must go redo the affidavit, then we must stop the entire proceedings and tell General Mkwanazi because he lied, he must go and redo his affidavit and then we start all over again. I propose that if we are going to be fair, what we do to the one, we must do to the other. I propose we proceed and we interrogate like it is our responsibility to do. We did a very good job in exposing the lie of Mr. Nkabinde. That's what we're supposed to do. When it's submitted to us, we interrogate and we will determine whether someone lied or not. What other honorable members can do in their rights, now that they have discovered that he has lied, and EFF says they will open up a case of perjury, they should do that, because that's what we are here for. But if we're going to stop this proceeding on the basis that he lied, I'll support only if we then tell General Mkwanazi, because he lied under oath, he must redo his affidavit, we don't accept it, and we will start the entire process over. Treat all witnesses the same. We have no side here. We have not chosen a side. So what's good for the one must be good for the other. If we proceed, despite the lies, under oath by General Mkwanazi, then we must proceed today with Mr. Nkabinde and interrogate on that issue. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable James.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I think there's a difference here between General Kwanazi's statement and testimony where lies were exposed, alleged lies, and Mr. Nkabinde. Mr. Nkabinde clearly said earlier on that he was disadvantaged. So on that basis, to start off with, the man said he was disadvantaged, he didn't have his gadgets, and hence he had to thumbsuck the entire statement. I also cannot see us moving forward and having selective paragraphs that we're going to probe. It's either we probe a complete testimony or we leave it at that. Dates are key to this to the sitting, especially when it comes to us sort of doing trying to connect dates in terms of mapping of occurrence of events. It is very key to us. So today I disagree with my colleague behind me in terms of saying it's exactly the same. It is not the same because he has stated that he's been disadvantaged. He didn't have access. Everyone else, we're going to probe and we're going to catch them out in their lies. But there's a difference here with this witness. Thank you, Chair.
Chief Whip. Chief Whip.
No, Chair, I think we've got to try and prevail on honorable source, in line with what the majority view is saying in the meeting. And I think Honorable James is making an important observation that in many respects, those that came before us and those that would be coming, there would be instances where we are able to demonstrate that what they are presenting before us is inaccurate, is inconsistent, is wrong, and may be informed by an intention to conceal certain information. But in this case, we are dealing with a person that says, right from the onset, I was not ready to come to you. I think, despite that, the fact that we have picked that up on one or two of the issues that were discussed, but the admission that right from the onset I was not ready, I think is sufficient, Chair, for us to agree that we should not proceed with the witness. And I'm saying, notwithstanding what Honorable Sols was saying about what Mkhona's, Lieutenant General Mkhona's and others have said before us. But in this case, we have to remember that the witnesses before us are here at our own behest. They need to help us. That's why the witnesses are here. We are not necessarily inviting people to prove that they've committed crime or they are wrong. We are inviting them to come and help us so that we can determine the appropriate course of action to deal with the crisis before us. So when a person who's supposed to come and help you says, I am coming to you, but I'm not as empowered as I should in order to help you to achieve your own objective, I think it's fair that we must be sympathetic to that and allow for the witness to go back and prepare and come back to us at a later date. Thanks, Chair.
SC.
Thank you, Honourable Chair, Honourable Members. In relation to Nkhonazi, General Nkhonazi, can I immediately say that he did correct the allegation he made against Minister Nkele and then provided an affidavit. So I think it does fall in a different category. As far as the statement of all the witnesses that have appeared before this committee, we adopt the same procedure. We conduct interviews. They are recorded with the consent of the particular witness. We then draft a statement on the basis of that interview, referencing our terms of reference and the relevant documents. We then present it to the witness. As I indicated earlier, increasingly witnesses have lawyers on board with senior counsel and experienced attorneys. They then come back with a revised draft. We look at it and we engage, but at the end of the day, the responsibility for what's in the affidavit and what is eventually attested to under oath is their responsibility. Otherwise, we might as well have come here and just put the affidavit here and said to the Honourable Committee, now you can ask the witness questions. We don't. Otherwise, there's an assumption that we accept what the witness is saying under oath, and I think it should be pretty obvious from the examination of witnesses thus far that that is not the case. In fact, part of the preparation for witnesses before they appear here, we tell them that we are not only going to lead you in relation to what's in your statement, but we are also going to ask you questions. Some of these questions may be awkward or difficult, and we've also got to put the versions of other witnesses and statements to you, and there'll be an engagement, because we don't have the luxury of a commission of inquiry where implicated persons are still going to be called and then it's going to be cross-examination later on. We don't. We have one shot at a witness who comes here. We lead the witness. The witness is then asked questions by honourable committee members, and that's how we do our business. So as far as today's statement is concerned, a draft was sent to them on Sunday afternoon. We subsequently got 2 further drafts. And the last draft was signed. I think parliamentary colleagues can confirm that we weren't happy with the fact that we got it pretty late, but they had to be put on SharePoint and they had to be printed. So perhaps I'm just being too defensive by saying we can't take responsibility for what's in the statement. We've looked at the other drafts. There are material changes. But from an attorney-client privilege point of view, it's not fair for me to put to a witness and say, but this is what we put in the original statement, and now you've changed it. Why are you changing it? That's not how we work. And then just lastly, as a matter of evidence, it is so that if a witness tells one lie, yes, it may or can and often does affect the credibility of a witness, but it doesn't mean that you can call a witness an untruthful witness in his or her entirety without testing other parts of the evidence. I've tried to suggest a practical way forward, but if honourable members feel differently, that's your decision, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you so much, honourable members, and thank you, SC.
Point of order, Chair.
Point of order.
I raised my hand, Chair. The ANC has spoken, and then you allowed the Honourable Chief Whip to speak again. I raised my hand. You indicate to me I can't speak. So I'm asking, based on what statements has been made after I made my statement, I'm asking you to allow me also to speak.
Okay. If that is the point of order, that we have given you a chance to speak, okay. Let me say this. We have given the ANC chance to speak. We have given the MKP chance to speak. We have given the DA chance to speak. We have given the EFF chance to speak. We have given the IFP. We have given yourself. We have given the Action SA chance to speak. And then we gave Honorable Ntuli, who comes from the ANC, which has 4 members in this committee, chance to speak. You request that I must give you a chance to speak.
Yes, Chair, because it was not on individual. When you gave the ANC, when you gave the ANC an opportunity and every other party, you were giving members. 2 members was speaking for a party. So you completed the rotation, and then you went back to the ANC. So you should go back. If I have
in the ANC,
but it wasn't about individuals.
Let me remind you, it was only Honorable Sangoni who spoke, and
but you asked, is there anyone else in the ANC? Then when you came to EFF, you asked if there was anybody else. So you finished the party, Chair.
In the PA. Okay. In the PA, Honorable Sols, who is the second member who must speak?
It was not about the members. It was about the party. Then you went back and you gave the party, after full rotation, you gave the party a second chance. Now you must give the PA as a party
yes, I want
a second chance.
I want to allocate a different member of the PA to speak. Who is that member?
For the second round, you give party.
Who is the?
You give party.
Who is the second member of the PA who must speak?
There's a second opportunity for the party to speak, and I will speak on behalf of the party.
No. It's not the second opportunity.
You gave the ANC a second opportunity.
Yeah, it was not the same member, Honorable Ntuli and Honorable Sangoni.
So in other words, we are restricted. Are you saying, Chair, that when you go for a second round and someone raised their hands, those with single members here are not allowed to participate in a second round after rotation? Is that what you say?
Honorable Souls.
No, please answer my question, Chair.
No. Let me remind you. When Honorable Sangoni spoke, I did not check with the...
Did she speak as ANC?
I did not check with the ANC if they had a second speaker. I realized that I only started checking with the MKP after Honorable Skosana has spoken. Honorable Nomvalo was given a chance to speak, and in the DA as well. We checked with Honorable Cameron and Honorable Thopper. And Honorable Kola Barnard can bear me witness. She also signaled to me that she was satisfied. We went to the EFF, Honorable Malema spoke, and I asked Honorable Matthys if she had something to say. Then I had to go back and correct myself and gave the ANC a chance to speak.
We must go on hindsight, sir. Because that you did the same with the ANC. The ANC, no one else wanted to speak. Yeah. You went party by party. I don't care if anybody here feels that this is unnecessary. I will maintain. You must be fair.
If we give if we allow all members to speak, I will then have to note Honorable Ngola, Honorable Sokhanyile, and Honorable Shongwe, and Honorable Kola Barnard, and Honorable Matthys.
Yes, we're debating the matter.
Those will be the only 5 members that will be allowed to speak because they have not had the chance to speak when the rotation was done. So it will be unfair to these members, and it is unjustified.
How will that be unfair
it is unjustified by every superlative.
But when you came to them, you gave both members an opportunity.
On a point of order.
Point of order, Honorable Malem.
Chairperson, there is no procedure of a meeting where you can be engaged in a dialogue in a manner you are doing. You are setting a wrong precedence. He has made his point. He must switch off his mic and then you make a ruling. So to do what you are doing, I mean, these proceedings are not off cameras. The public is learning from you how to run meetings and how we must conduct ourselves. So this is a pure dialogue.
Yeah.
Please.
You know why we are engaging this dialogue? We must persuade and help this honorable member. We must help him. The problem here is not the chair. The honorable member has to be assisted.
Assisted with what? Stop behaving like we don't know what's happening here. He's not the de facto chair. He's advising you again, chair. You can decide what you can do.
Point of order, chair.
I'm not pointing a finger at you. I'm telling you, you are not the de facto chair. You're not the de facto chair. Monoki for me point. Monoki for me point. You point for me. You just did. No.
What is this?
You have been unfair toward me countless times. When I raise my hand, you overlook me. Now you're saying you want to stop me from speaking simply because you did the normal rotation, Chair. You gave each member of the party an opportunity. I don't care if it frustrates everyone else, but I'm raising my point. You went party for party. You then asked individuals of the party to speak. The ANC said they will not speak after Honorable Sangoni. You came to the EFF, you asked both members. You asked both members. Then when you come to me because I'm one member, you say because you went back after rotation to parties, you gave the ANC another opportunity. As a party, so they are allowed to speak. The AFF can do what they want. So after the
But
rotation,
Chair,
you
sorry,
can
sorry.
give the party an opportunity to
Ashley,
speak.
I think this time around we are taking it the wrong way. Chair, Moke Hamchat, take your ruling. I was the next in line to speak, and you gave to SC. I respected that, Chair. So if you allow this to run through emotions, we won't get anywhere, Chair.
This is not emotion.
So can I ask Chair kindly with
I'm
respect
just
to Mr. Soul?
I'm just finally standing up for this.
Honorable Shong, may you please listen to me?
Yes, sir.
Listen to me, Honorable Shong. Let's give this honorable member time to speak. Let him speak. You continue, Honorable Sols.
May I speak on what I wanted to speak on? Is that what you're saying?
You can speak on anything that you want to say.
Thank you, Chair. On the issue of what Honorable James said, that he didn't have equipment that put him on a disadvantage, so the matter is different. It makes it even worse. General Mkwanazi, he had no disadvantage. He had a professional team and still misled this committee. On the matter of Honorable Chief Whip, that it is not the same, we are granting Mr. Nkabinde, in case he made a mistake, to go and redo because he was at a disadvantage. Mr. Nkabinde testified that the rest of his things, he vouches for it. All I'm saying is, treat all witnesses the same. If we're going to say we will not proceed because he lied under oath, I agree. We must not proceed if he lied under oath. But then we must do the same with the testimony of General Mkwanazi.
Chair, point
and
of
stop
order.
the whole process.
Chair, point of order.
There is no point of order.
Chair, no,
Honorable
Chair.
Skosana, wait.
No, Chair.
No.
Just because I'm disagreeing with everybody.
There is no point of order, Honorable
this is
Skosana.
painful.
No. Let's allow the honorable member to conclude.
Yes. We have a constitutional right to express ourselves. So I will express myself. You can hate it, you can be frustrated, none of my business. Thank you, Chair, for allowing me to express myself. I'm concluding to say, let us be fair. This committee has not chosen a side. There's no side. We have not sided with anybody. So what we do, if we're going to not proceed today, then we must require General Mkwanazi to do the same. If not, let's allow Mr. Nkabinde, as the SC said, let's allow him to go do an affidavit on the section, just like General Mkwanazi did for the section. Let him do that. I can be the only one, but that's my position. Let's be fair. We have no side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Honorable Ngola, may you please sit down. Okay, let's do like this. Let's do like this. Honorable Sangun, you have spoken in this meeting. And after you have spoken, there are other members that have spoken. Can I check with you if you want to respond to what each of the other members who spoke in this meeting have said about what you might have said?
No, Chair. And I think the members have been generally unanimous on the position. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Skosana, I gave you an opportunity to speak. Do you want to respond to any of the statements that were made after you would have spoken?
Yes, I can, Chair. I'm saying we are being traumatized here, Chair. You know, we've been sitting here for the last 15 minutes. It's all about Mkwanazi. We have agreed about the issue of General Mkwanazi. We have agreed that he will come back here. Now, you know, to compare apples with bananas is not fair, Chair. You know, let's leave. We are talking about the witness who are sitting with us here, and we are fair to him. We have agreed here as members that is intimidating. Now the honourable member is intimidating me.
You come from the same party. There is no way you can intimidate each other. No,
Chongwe is playing now, Chair. I'm saying, Chair, we had a witness here. You ask almost all of us we have agreed that we cannot continue with this witness. And if anyone, if anyone says we must continue, you must motivate that. But we have agreed now. But instead of talking about this witness, we are talking about General Mkwanazi again, who's not here. Okay. So, thank you, Chair.
Honorable Nomvalo, after you said what you would have said, there are members who spoke. Do you want to respond to statements that other members would have made
don't
about what you said?
No. Well, okay, Chair.
Okay. Honorable Cameron?
Nothing, Chair.
Honorable Thopa?
Covered, thank you.
Honorable Malim? Honorable Bangazita?
Covered, Chair, thank you.
Honorable James?
Covered, Chair, but if this committee decides to continue, Action SA will recuse itself. Thank you.
Chief Whip? Thank you. This is how each one of you must understand that enduringly we will continue to do things this way. If we give a party chance to speak, and the party wants to come back and respond to what other parties have said, those parties also have a right to come back again. Look, as you are chairperson, I want you to understand that I'm not taming the wild. I am not taming the shrewd. I'm dealing with reasonable human beings who are leaders of the South African society. And if you want me to go out and get a pair of techies, a stomach out and techies, and start running, I don't have that energy. I will give you time to speak. If we speak until 4 o'clock the next morning, I will sit here and preside over the proceedings. So I just want to request to honorable members to understand that when we have given you a chance to speak as members, if you want to come back again, other members also have the right to be given that, that opportunity. Let me give the summary of
Chair, it's not called stomach out, it's called a crop top.
A crop top. Yeah. Thank you for deputizing me. Yeah. Honorable members, you have said it here that we are not in a position, or we are in no position to proceed with today's hearing, given the quality of information that has been presented before this meeting. And maybe just to give you my observation, which does not cancel what you have said. The statement that has been made by the witness here, that he did not have gadgets or the means, is inexcusable. The witness is a chief of staff in a department, and the witness could have confirmed, because the matters that were put before him are matters relating to dates, calendar days, which in the weekly program or the diary of the office of the minister, they should know which event happened first or what was the sequence of all those events. And I am convinced that there was no demonstrable intention on the part of the witness to be truthful with the committee. These are very simple answers that the witness could have given or even if he was given 5 minutes, he would have gone out and confirm when did the minister go to Lusikisiki, when did the minister have a meeting with the delegation from the Northwest, and when did the minister went to Stelfontein, like Honorable Malema sitting here was able to know that the event or the visit of the minister to Stelfontein was on the 14th of November. So the summary of the discussion is that the proceedings are going to stop now with this decision. And then the legal team will then go and look at a date, probably the week that we're in Pretoria. We may have to look at rescheduling the appearance of Mr. Nkabinde. Is one of the key witnesses that we have identified. And we are not saying that at the time of his reappearance, he's going to say something new. He may come back and say the same information that he has given us here, because he continued here. He insisted, Honorable Sangoni, that he takes ownership of the statement. And if you also listen to what Honorable Nomvalo has said, that the statement was extracted from him, and then he, after it was written, it was sent back for him to go through it, and possibly with the assistance of his lawyers. And thereafter, when he was satisfied that the statement represents what he wanted to depose with the committee, he signed it and sent it here, a sworn statement. And when he arrived here, he took oath to say, apart from the sworn statement already before you, any piece of evidence that I'm going to give before this committee shall be the truth. And nothing but the truth. It was him saying it here. But he did not tell the truth that he had promised us that he will tell. So we have been told two sets of lies. Lies in the statement and lies orally presented here before this committee. And I think it's a matter which the legal team of Parliament will have to look at. If there is any consequence, they can advise us on how we should handle the matter of a witness who comes before the committee and misconduct himself the way he did. And honorable members, we must separate this from the correction that was made on the statement of Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. It's a different matter, and they cannot be treated similarly. And then, as I conclude, honorable members, I will say that it's a sad day. I'm worried as the chairperson because we no longer have time, and we have written a letter of request for extension. And to miss a day in the proceedings is too much. We could have done work today. It's not something that we desire to do, but unfortunately, things happen the way they do. So we must look at how we can recover the time that we would have lost today. And we said that we need to allocate ourselves a day to deal with the public submissions. We still need to have that day and determine how we are going to deal with those matters. And members can make suggestions and indicate when do they think that we can have that meeting. Parliament rises, as we are waiting for the approval or disapproval by the Speaker, we should also have a meeting to determine the amount of work that we may want to do in the event we are given approval. Before Parliament rises, we must have done some work so that when we come back in January next year, we know that the work would have been done, and then the outstanding work, we can plan how we conclude it in that period between January next year and the time that the Speaker would have approved, in case that approval comes our way. And then the last thing that I'm going to request from you as honorable members, it is not the task of the chairperson to make the work of this committee, especially how we conduct our proceedings, to succeed. It is the responsibility of members. The manner in which you conduct yourselves during the proceedings is the one that determines how far we can go as the committee. And you can agree with me that some of the wranglings that we have in our meetings are unnecessary. So the half a day that is given to you today is time for you to go and reflect on the good things that you might have done in the committee and the bad things that might have set us back as a committee. And as I always say, do not tell anybody about the bad things that you might have detected. You just take a decision to say, in the next meeting, I want to be different from how I have been previously. It will not be new. Saul has also made a decision at some point when he reached a Damascus moment and decided to be Paul. So if all of us decide to be Pauls, that will help us to do our work with ease. And I want to thank you so much, honorable members, for the deliberations. We have not come to the end. We must formally call Mr. Nkabinde here back to inform him about the decision that we have taken. Can the staff help us? I see honorable members have their bags ready. Can the staff help us to have Mr. Nkabinde back in the house so that we can tell him about the decision that we have arrived at? Thank you so much, Mr. Nkabinde and your team. I believe that you had time to make reflections during the break.
Yes, Chairperson.
Did you do so?
That's correct.
And do you still take ownership of the statement that you deposited with our legal team?
Chairperson, I do take ownership. However, with regard to date discrepancies, I think I did not do much of a research because of the time was very short during my engagement. So I think I definitely need to do a thorough homework in terms of, even if I estimate, but it should be a true reflection. Like for instance, Chair, I'm even now starting to check my office and so forth. It appears that even the date of 30 September is wrong.
Okay.
Of Lusigisigi. So
it's fine. Don't say many things. Do you,
now becoming
as
a mess.
as the chief of staff in the office where you work, do you develop monthly or weekly programs?
Weekly programs, sir.
And then in those programs, you list activities that will be happening.
That's correct.
And they happen under your supervision as the chief of staff.
That is correct.
And that can be interpreted to be some kind of a diary for the office under your supervision.
That's correct.
Okay. So it then means the information that you must present before this committee. If you don't have it here with yourself, you have it at the office. If you don't have it in your cell phone or in your laptop or any gadget, you have it at the office. Correct?
Some Chair, it will be like that, but some of the meetings, like the one for Brown.
Do you have a PA yourself?
No, I don't have.
The minister has a PA who keeps a diary of activities.
That is correct.
And you manage the activities of the minister.
That's correct.
Okay. So, look, the statement that you have made here, that you do not have gadgets, by any professional standards is inexcusable, especially for a person in a position like the one that you hold of being a chief of staff, managing the day-to-day activities in the office of a minister. In the department, the DG may not know where the minister is, but you are going to know. And sometimes the DG is even informed by you that the minister is planning to go to Stelfontein on this day. If there is any report that you must prepare for us, please let's have the report ready, or a briefing. So the committee has unfortunately made a reflection on the evidence that you presented here, and is worried about the quality of statements that you have made before it. And so you will have to go back, because when you appear before us, you don't appear before us as an accused person. You appear before us as a South African who is having a conversation with the committee to help the committee to understand the difficulties. I mean, Advocate Patoi, when she was here, she said the criminal justice system is in a crisis. And as one of the role players there, you must help us to understand the extent of the crisis that the criminal justice system is confronting, and maybe go beyond that and even suggest how you think Parliament as an institution that enacts laws can make those interventions. And so far, or the length that we have gone with you, will not help us to achieve exactly that. And yeah, So we want you to go back and make honest reflections about the information that you think we deserve to get from you. If there is any moral standard that you subscribe to, summon that moral standard to your statement. If there is any ethical standard that you subscribe to, summon that ethical standard to your statement. If there is any badge of integrity you have on your shoulders, put that badge of integrity on your shoulders, and then write a statement that you think is for the attention of this committee. Make a determination or make a choice to help us to arrive at a decision that can help the Republic of South Africa to move forward. We can't pray for you, unfortunately. And we cannot even organize any ceremony for the ancestors for you to subscribe to all those values that we have spoken to. It's a conscious choice that you must make as a citizen of this country, especially that you understand that you are one of the senior public servants in the democratic state. So go and look at yourself in the mirror. When you look at that mirror, see morality written in the mirror and read it and understand what it is. See integrity in the mirror. See ethics in the mirror. See all the values in Section 195 of the South African Constitution and internalize them. And then make a statement that must appear before this committee. That must come before this committee. We don't have time. Our time is expiring on the 28th of November. And in the next 10 days, you should be ready. In the next 10 days. Your legal team is here with you, behind you. You don't have to interpret anything to them. They have heard what the committee is saying. We need from you that conscious choice to help us to move forward. Thank you so much. Honorable members, we have come to the end of the proceedings.